What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be hand washing my wheels. I've already done a video on doing like a touchless wash, so I figured let's go ahead this week and do a video on hand washing, how I hand wash my wheels and what I use. So for the tires, I use the Adams tire and rubber cleaner with this brush here. I don't remember what it's called, but I'll look it up, put it in the detailed description at the bottom. So I use this with this for the tires. As far as wheels, whenever I'm just doing the wheels for the day, not actually washing the car, I'll probably do that another day, I'll just grab any kind of soap. So usually I'll grab like the cheapest soap that I've bought that I wanted to try that I don't really use on my paint. And usually I like to try like I'll use like a soap that actually smells good because it doesn't have to be perfect. So this soap right here is the Turtle Wax Carnauba. It's a tropical wash and wax. Honestly, like I said, I use any soap. This stuff actually smells great. I just didn't like it as just a regular car wash soap. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use it on my wheels. Now, whenever my wheels are extremely dirty, I like to clean my wheels with a stronger soap, and I usually use Dawn soap, but today my wheels aren't that dirty, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a soap that actually smells great. So while I wash my vehicle, I like to, smell like citrus or other fruits and stuff like that. Just gives you that good feeling while you're cleaning your car. But anyways, so it's just a simple soap I use for my wheels. Or I'll use Dawn soap if I really need to get, all the crud and stuff off of it that's, been caked on a little bit longer. As far as my brushes, I use this Daytona Speed Brush for, getting inside the barrel of the wheels. And then I use this, I believe this is Chemical Guy's Lug Nut Brush. It really has soft bristles. This is a great brush, a really great medium-sized brush for getting, just into any kind of nooks and crannies that you need to get. This brush is probably about the biggest detailing brush I've found. The only person I've seen that actually sells this is Matt from Obsessive Garage. And this brush is extremely big, really thick bristles, and really soft. So hopefully you guys can see that. It's super thick, really soft, and I don't understand why nobody sells this brush, but he's the only one I've seen that sells this brush. I'll put in the description again all this stuff so you guys can see where I got it from. But that's a great brush for just cleaning your wheels when you don't want to use any kind of mitt or anything. But most of the time I'll use this mitt for washing my wheels because you can get in everywhere, behind your wheels, everywhere. And what's great about this little 4-finger mitt is it comes on and off. So if you need to grab this, you need to grab this, you need to grab this, you can just throw it in the bucket, then grab it real quick and put on your 4 fingers. You don't have to have 2 hands to put on a mitt. So that's why I like to use these little smaller mitts. And this is like a wool. And I've actually seen nobody else sell this either besides Matt. And it's really thick, really soft. So whenever you're getting your hands inside of the, little cracks, you're not hitting your fingers real hard where it's, hurting your hand, hurting your fingers. This thing is really soft, so it protects your fingers, okay? So that's some of the stuff. The bucket I use is a super heavy duty industrial bucket. It's a 6-gallon bucket made by Rubbermaid. And I put a grit guard in it to, help keep the dirt at the bottom. And then I actually use this thing here, which is, it's made for your sink that holds your sponges. But I bought it to hold my, my brushes. So I ended up cutting out these holes inside so it fits the brushes really nice. So I'll take this brush from my wheels are my tires. Put that there. And then, you know, I'll grab anything. I'll grab one of these. I'll be using this one today. So I'll grab this. And then there you go. So with these little brushes, if you put them in your bucket, you have a hard time finding them, you know, with all the soap. So this is what I use to easily find them. All right. And again, I'll use my pressure washer. It's made by Sunjo. And my MTM pressure washer gun. All right, guys, let's get started. Okay, let's get started. I usually clean the tires first. So I'll spray the Adams tire and rubber cleaner. Shake it up. One thing I like about this Adams tire and rubber cleaner is that it doesn't stink at all. It even has a nice pleasant smell. Unlike if you use like some kind of a other degreaser, like a Purple Power, Super Clean, those degreasers have a chemical smell that just gives me a friggin' headache. But I'll put this stuff on the wheels, let it dwell for, you know, a few seconds, and then I'll start agitating it. Bring the bucket over. So I'll take my brush. I dunked in the soapy water and just agitate the wheels. Alright, just like that. Then I usually, you know, I'll wrench out this brush. Put it over here so I don't wet my camera / phone. So I'll rinse that off afterwards. Put it back in my bucket. And then just go ahead and rinse down the wheels. Down the rubber, and hopefully you guys are picking this up. There's nothing on the tire anymore. The tire's nice and black, no product on it. This rubber and tire cleaner from Adams is a very great product. It does its job. Okay, so whenever I do my wheels, I'll rinse down the wheels. Get any kind of dirt that will blow off in the water. Okay. And then I'll start with my Speedmaster brush. I'll start anywhere, but just go. I usually, for some reason, go counterclockwise. You can go any way you want, but this is the way I usually go. I'll just get in the barrel, anything that's on it off of it. And this brush is extremely soft, really soft. You're not going to scratch your wheels. So I really like this brush. I like this brush better than those other brushes they have out there with the wool on it. This brush seems to be able to get in better spots and clean a little bit better. Or I would think a lot better, to be honest. Clean some of this, my brake pads. Okay. So go ahead and wrench this off. every time I use a tool, I just rinse it off. So you guys are really not seeing it because I don't really want to wet my phone, my camera. But every tool I use, I usually rinse off. And then I just start on the next thing. And my next thing I do, I grab my brush and I clean my brake pads, get every little dirt off the cracks that I can, just like that. And then the next thing I'll do, I'll get the lug nuts. My other XL brush, the bigger brush, it can't fit in here, it's so big. That brush is really made just for washing your wheels. But I find it faster to use a mitt, but when I don't want to use a mitt, I'll use that big brush. So that brush is really nice to have for the times you don't want to use a mitt. It just takes a little bit longer, I think. Okay. And then I'll grab this mitt here. Hopefully it's picking it up in the camera. I'll start somewhere, and then for some reason in this area I go clockwise. And this is like extremely soft. You're not going to scratch your wheels at all. And like I said, it's really thick. Well, it's thick, so you're not going to hurt your fingers when slamming your fingers into your wheels to get in all the cracks. Because it's thick, but it's not super fluffy where you can't get into things. I have no problem, as you see, getting into every area with this little wash mitt. This is the nicest 4-finger wash mitt I have found. And like I said, the only person I know that actually sells this for some reason is Matt from Obsessive Garage. He said he found this before. When he first found this, is Griot's was selling it, but Griot's does not sell this anymore, and apparently he's found a supplier that actually sells it, so he sells it in the store. I believe it's around 10 bucks. It isn't too expensive, and it'll probably last you a very, very long time. I was thinking about next time I go down maybe to grab a couple things from him. I'll just grab another one just in case something does happen to this one. I'll have a backup one because this thing is pretty awesome. So if I miss a spot, I'll always go back to it. It's not a big deal. So that's the whole wheel. We'll go ahead and we'll rinse it down. And everything is pretty much spot clean. So inside of here, I'm sorry, let me get you guys a little closer. So inside of here, I usually use a wash mitt, with my hand, so you have to really reach into this area. What I'm going to try to do today, let's see if I can back this up. Okay, I'm gonna try something new. If this works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll hand wash inside there. But I'm gonna try this cheap wash pad that you get on this pole that you can get at any of your local auto stores. And I'm gonna try to get in here. So this is going to be a first. This is rubber, so I'm not bending anything on mine, if you guys see that. And for the most part, it seems to be working pretty well, to be honest. There might be a little bit other spots that I can't reach, but for the most part, this thing is working out to be a really good tool for inside. Okay guys, so this part of the video, I have to actually reshoot it because I actually ended up deleting some of the video while I was editing. So after the video that you just seen of me blowing off the wheels, I usually take a microfiber cloth and I just dry off any kind of water that I didn't get with the blower, just like this, and so on. So I go around the wheel with a microfiber cloth. Then afterwards, you know, we're pretty much done afterwards. This tire, because it's after I did the wheels and I've actually already washed the car too, I put dressing on it, so you'll see that there is tire dressing on the wheel first. And this is the VRT. So that's the VRT. And I'll bring you in close to show you how the wheels actually came out. As you see, the wheels look very clean. I don't even think I missed anything. So we'll go around it, but I do not think I missed anything. Even in the barrel, or the wheel well, or whatever it's called, the barrel of the rim. Hopefully I can get a close-up inside. Hopefully you guys can see that. Everything is pretty much clean. And that's it. That's all I do to get my wheels clean whenever I hand wash my wheels.